What's up YouTube? TMZ1313 here. Today I got my Jato 3.3 and I just want to do like an initial review on this. I've had it for about 2 weeks now. I put that much of fuel through it, so I mean, it's a lot of fuel for 2 weeks. I've been running this thing hard and sometimes 3-4 times a day at 3 tanks without even stopping. So I mean, this thing's been running, and it's been running strong. Let me tell you, man, this thing is just beyond fun and fast, and I mean, it's just crazy amount of power in this engine. This one has a 3.3 in it. I think that's a .20 engine. As you can tell, it's pretty dirty right now, especially where my back tire is, where my exhaust is. You could tell, I mean, it's just caked up with dirt. I mean, you can tell it's pretty dirty. I just ran in a baseball field and see how it did in there. And it didn't do too bad, but you know, with these Anaconda tires on it doesn't get no grip on the gravel. So I will be getting different tires soon, like almost like an all-terrain tire type deal. And once these wear out, which is not much longer. But what I think about this car is it's an awesome car. Reminds me a lot of my Rustler. It's 2-wheel drive, 2-speed, top mile per hour around 65 if you lean it out good enough. I've had wrecked this thing. I've already broken it once. I ran straight into a curb and broke this piece right here off. So had to get a new one of those. Well, actually, I haven't gotten a new one of those. I need to get a new one of those. Right now, I just glued it. I know it's kind of funny, but it's actually holding up really strong. And I glued it once and it came undone, and I basically glued it again. But as you can tell, it is completely glued, and it's holding up. It hasn't broken yet or anything. I mean, I flipped it, I landed on this wheel, and it still didn't break. So it's holding up pretty well. I'm pretty surprised on it. Anyways, you got these shocks right here. They're pretty decent. You can get different rating springs for all on and off road. Got the 3.3, like I said earlier. Awesome engine, reliable so far. Haven't had any major problems with it besides breaking in the engine, which was a pain in the ass. Got good brakes, single disc. I just added a fuel line to tighten it up a little bit. A lot of people complained about it and say how it wasn't good brakes on it, but I've really haven't had any problems with it. Has sway bars for stability, front and rear. You got 2 spots for your battery box. One right here and one right here. I got a hump pack in here that I stole from a Savage. Because I only got one hump pack right now, so I gotta wait to get a new one, and then I'll get one for this car and put the original humpback back in there. Fuel tank, very small, probably about 10-15 minutes if you're lucky of running time. But I could refuel this engine still running. It leans it just a tad bit out. As long as I don't do it while the fuel tank's empty, it's pretty much good, and the fuel gets fed through because of the engine. So I could go about, I don't try to do no more than 3 tanks of non-stop running without turning off to cool. It's still a little warm from last time I ran it. So we got the easy start in here, and I like the easy start right now because it's working beautiful. You know, it's nice to have, not have a glow plug or a glow igniter and all that good stuff. Just got this little thing and press a button and bam, it starts. So that's pretty cool. These air filters are really, really small. You gotta constantly keep on changing them. As you can tell, I mean, this one is really dirty, so I'm about to clean that one right now. And so yeah, overall though, this car is fast. I mean, the cornering and that I mean, just the handling on corners, and I mean, you go 45 and turn this thing on a dime, and it's crazy on how well it handles. And I mean, I just never seen a car that I've had that could do that without flipping or spinning out of control, and this car just keeps its grip and just fucking roars. Uh, so 5 out of 5 for this car. You can tell I've already broken it, but it's not because it's, a weak part or anything. I mean, they are plastic, and they're definitely not the Savage control arms, but they're strong enough, and I just happened to hit it on the corner of a cement block right there. So I mean, there was just no way, and it cracked in half. But I glued it, and this hot glue is actually, I just filled in all the gaps. I mean, there's no way for this thing to break without this glue breaking. So hopefully it'll last me for a little bit longer till I get a new control arm. So, but other than that, I mean, haven't had any problems with servos. The transmission's really strong. You can do second gear wheelies easy. Do any kind of wheelies on this car. So you can tell, I mean, that's pretty beaten up for me doing wheelies. A few flips here and there, but all in all, I mean, it's held up pretty well, and I'm pretty surprised. Takes jumps okay, but not really a jumping car. I don't want to jump with this car. I feel like it's too fragile. I'll jump any day with this car. I'll do barrel rolls with it. I don't care. I mean, this car is just tough as hell. So, Savage is made for jumping. This is made for racing. You could tell. You want a race car or a fast